Hello, my name is Emilia Pantoja, and my partner is Evan Valdez, and our work is the Palazzo Rucellai by Leon Battista Alberti, made in the early Italian Renaissance in Florence, Italy. To begin, the architect, Alberti, was a well-known architect for the quality of his works and the capability of his efforts. He wrote a very famous book that also elaborated and explained architecture as a whole, as well as other forms of art. Particularly with this work, he was greatly inspired by an architect named Vitruvius, who created a book on the 10 points of architecture. Furthermore, the Palazzo Rucellai embodied other Renaissance-designed works like the Palazzo Medici. However, it contained different style as it was funded by the Palazzo Rucellai, as it was funded by the Rucellais, specifically Giovanni Rucellai, who who was a who was part of a wealthy family of woman factories in Florence, Italy, which is how most of the rich made their money. Rucellai was expressing his loyalty to the Medicis with this work through various ways, one of which is the organization of the facade into three primary stories. However, it demonstrated differences through its geometry and its sense of lightness. To describe the Palazzo Rucellai's counterpart, the Palazzo Medici, also known as the Medici Palace, which stands as one of the most remarkable symbols of the power and influence of the Medici family, and one of the most significant and part of one of the most significant and part of one of the most significant families in Florence, Italy. The palace was commissioned by Cosimo de' Medici, the patriarch of the Medici family in the 15th century. Cosimo de' Medici was a wealthy banker and a shrewd politician who effectively ruled Florence as its de facto ruler for much of his life. He sought to establish a residence that would reflect the wealth, prestige, and cultural sophistication of his family. Cosimo chose the architect Michael Lozzo di Bartolomeo to design the palace. Michael Lozzo was a talented architect who had previously worked on projects for the Medici family, and his design for the Palazzo Medici combined elements of classical Roman architecture with its innovative Renaissance features. Over the centuries, the palace underwent several modifications and expansions under the direction of successive generations of the Medici family. However, it remained a symbol of their wealth and influence. Despite this, the Palazzo Rucellai was created later in the Italian Renaissance, which is an era known for its great achievements in painting, architecture, sculpting, and more importantly, the revival of style from former works. This work contains classical elements such as pilasters, rounded arches, and an entablature with a frieze that gives it a horizontal sense. Similar to the Medici Palace, it contains benches for the citizens to come and rest. As you move up the facade, there are three sets of pilasters with different capitals near the base. With three sets of capitals near the base. With three sets of capitals. Near the base, we see a more Tuscan, view or design, then an Ionic in the middle, and a Corinthian in the top. The difference in order is similar to that of the Colosseum, which is another example why this work also embodies Roman architecture, as Umberti also analyzed works such as the Pantheon. However, the building emphasizes a horizontal design rather than a vertical one, as the entablatures interrupt the pilasters. This building emphasizes former buildings merging for them to be part of the work. But unfortunately, it was never finished, as the design was planned to have three entrances rather than the current one. Additionally, Alberti may have built a loggia that was catacorn to the Palazzo Rucellai to link the Rucellais and the Medicis as one member of both families married each other. The Palazzo emphasizes the beauty and harmony of the city, as well as its pride. A common AP theme that can be observed in the work is an image of power and authority. However, it demonstrates power because it's an architect. However, it demonstrates power, but in an architectural way rather than a painting. Similar to objects of wealth and status, this piece demonstrates the wealth, status, and affluence of the Rucellai family, as well as the Medicis by referring to their Palazzo Medici. Alberti's construction from the commission of Giovanni Rucellai exemplifies both these themes. In addition, The ground floor was for business and was flanked by benches running along the street facade. The second floor, the piano nobile, was a main formal reception floor, and the third floor, the private family, was for private families and sleeping quarters, and the fourth hidden floor under the roof was for servants. The Palazzo Rucellai holds great significance in the realm of Renaissance architecture for several reasons. Commissioned by the influential Rucellai family and designed by the eminent architecture Leon Battista Alberti in the 15th century, it stands as the pinnacle of architecture, innovation, and elegance. Its facade, adorned with classic motifs and harmonious proportions, exemplifies Alberti's principles of beauty, symmetry, and classical revival. Moreover, the Palazzo Rucellai serves as a model for subsequent Renaissance palaces, influencing architectural trends across Italy and beyond. Its blend of classical elements with innovative structural techniques symbolizes the Renaissance spirit of humanism and cultural revival. Beyond its architectural significance, the Palazzo Rucellai also embodies the wealth, power, and cultural patronage of the Rucellai family, showcasing their role as prominent figures in Florentine society during the Renaissance. The Palazzo Rucellai is included in the Apiary History Catalog due to its profound significance with the context of Renaissance architecture. As a prime example of the architectural principles championed during the Renaissance, it offers students a tangible representation of key concepts such as humanism, classical revival, and architectural innovation. The Palazzo epitomizes the era's ideals of proportion and beauty. Its conclusion in the catalog allows students to study and analyze its architectural features, understand its cultural and historical context, and appreciate its lasting impact on subsequent architectural developments. Moreover, exploring the Palazzo Rucellai provides insights into the social, political, and economic dynamics of Renaissance Florence, enriching students' understanding of the pivotal period in art and history.